Hey, Lovan, and welcome back once again to Ultimate Admiral, Age of Sail. This is a special bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter, Boomnoral. If you would like to see additional content as well, head down to patreon.com, see which level support suits you. With that said, we'll be starting with the next mission, but before that, I want to start getting a few more units here. So, first of all, I'll put some artillery to good use. Interestingly, do I not have... I do have some army brass cannon, but apparently that's not what they allow me to go for here with mortars. I would have to get artillery for that, I guess. Artillery is all the way at advanced. Alright. I see. Let's see. Let's also go for elite grenadiers here to research. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look then, because I think 200 for the moment is fine. Let's see if we can not only get some mortar units. Overload, Seems like the Whitby is already almost entirely... I see. It's because of the guns. That's unmount. That should already help some. And what I'll also do is I will upgrade its capacity by as much as possible with lightweight, almost likely. That's plus 10%. I think that's probably going to be the most possible. Yeah. And mortars are naturally quite heavy, it seems, as well. It's 125. What if I get it to 100? This is probably the best I can get. Let's do that. I also don't have infinite money or anything. And let's see what the difference is between you and you. So they have better melee, more morale, same spotting, same stealth, more stamina, same accuracy, and slightly more speed. So they're just a little bit better than your regular soldier, which is okay. I guess I'll go for another grouping. And let's go for musket and short bayonets. Those are rather free. Let's go for 150. So that's basically the maximum I can take on the Whitby at this point, and I'm actually kind of fine with it at this time. With the rest of the money and this, I actually want to buy boarding equipment level 2. So that boarding will probably be a bit easier. Well, let's save the money for now. We don't have any naval operation at this point anyway. I should probably go for supply wagon too, but since that ship is full, we can't really do anything with it. Let's go for the capture of Savannah. Your army is ready. Wait, I don't have a correct point, right? Yeah, okay. Your army is ready to attack the city of Savannah. This mission is part of our new strategy for the capturing of the southern colonies, which was considered by the king as an object of great importance in the scale of the war. It seems that the rebel defenses are stronger than anticipated. Our pickets have reported they have a large perimeter force surrounded by artillery guarding the approach to the city. If you're able to get past these forces, the remaining troops seem to be located near the city square. Approach with caution and eliminate these forces. This battle is crucial for the upcoming campaign, and it is imperative that we succeed. A regiment of dragoons that was sent to scout the area will join you for this battle. Yeah, I still don't feel like my land force is big enough. I mean, I did upgrade it a little bit for this mission, as it is, but yeah, I don't like the way this looks in terms of numbers, but we'll see. Captain, the preservation of the Empire is threatened by a bunch of anarchists and criminals who are committing acts of rebellion and treason. We're here to expel these traitors in order to reinstitute British authority. Our objective is to besiege the town of Savannah. The rebels have prepared fortifications at this position. Their force consists mostly of militia and a few units of the so-called Continental Army. The meager defenses should only lay us briefly. Once we storm them, the town will be left undefended. Let's offer them a small taste of what a real army can do. Yeah, indeed. But I also certainly want to start with getting a few units together here, so that will work a bit better. I do have to be pretty mindful of which units do join together and which won't. Both of these Fusiliers are mine, of course, as well. Let's join you together, and yeah, for now we have only these defenses that we need to capture. It's interesting enough how that works. Anyway, I'll just try to bypass these defenses by going around, but we'll see what I can muster up. I don't know what their problem is. They don't seem to really feel like cuddling together. So we'll do if we can, we'll see if we can do something about it. Usually trying to storm the enemy's defenses, the way the game wants you to do, is not a very sound decision. I mean, it's probably just a decision that will get you the most losses, so. I'll leave small contingent forces close to these mortars. Although the mortars, they seem to have a pretty small range anyhow. So I'll try to flank those defenses from just about one side. Just go around. And then we'll see how that's going. Obviously, the rebels are going to try to attack from the south. So we'll see what we can do. But I think It'll take a while before these guys get there, especially with such a big army. It's gonna take a pretty long time. There is quite a lot of room for leeway as well, interestingly enough. I don't really expect to have to do a whole lot more than to capture this part of the map. I actually find that pretty interesting. I mean, it did say that there were more enemy units inside the city center, so... who knows? There, don't really seem to be a whole lot of guys there either. Not quite sure what those skirmishers are up to, but they're not attacking yet. Of course, now that they have more skirmishers coming in there, I would consider that to be a potential problem. Let's just see how this goes. The Dragoons generally are not super powerful, but I'll trade any of those units as far as I'm concerned for enemy forces. It's funny because it actually takes a while before I get to select those skirmishers too. Let's start moving along the road. Need you guys to turn for those other skirmishers as well. You shouldn't have your rear flank though, that makes no sense whatsoever. So these guys can practically go through the gap. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate I cannot see where the actual cannon is coming from. So they have the artillery there. I'll try to overwhelm these here by moving into this section. Try to keep attacking those sailors. If I can get them to attack Hognesson first, then that would also be good. Let's get those mortars out there. Because what I'll try to do is just get at the enemy from the rear at that point, but okay, it seems like those guys are gone or not. Actually fairly surprised here because I didn't want them to get fired upon already. Skirmishers have shattered. Great. Okay, that is, however, what I wanted to see. Okay, let's move through the breach. And now I need you to start working on that militia, and you to also go through this. So they are attacking the Namcor, which is good. And it will mean that I'll start focusing on those other sailors. Pretty much just try to pass through. And the fact that they can't engage with all of their forces there should also be a good idea. It's a shame they're going for them now too. At least I'll overwhelm them. I really like these mortars, by the way. They do seem to work quite well. I really like them. Okay, let's keep pushing into this section. I'll go and attack the artillery in the hopes of being able to take it while covering the flanks. I do not expect these sailors to be worth a whole lot of trouble at this conjunction. They also have some fusiliers there. Okay. Let's work our way further into the city so we can get at them from the side. And I want those mortars indeed to go and fire at those fusiliers. I would expect this to be a problem for them. No, I want you to attack the fusiliers, and I don't know at whom we are trying to engage, but let's shell those mortars. They'll have to go a little bit closer, but okay, so we'll have to go into the town square next. Let's just hold it for now while we get around these. Not so much interested in these skirmishers as I am at attacking the artillery. they're losing units quickly enough anyhow. Let's move Hocknesson because they're a non-core force. And this is actually somewhat unfortunate, so let's hold. Actually don't like the fact that they have 2 units that can attack my 1. So I actually want to pull back slightly here and hold so we can divide that a little bit better. The mortars should also continue to move forward. Meanwhile, and yeah, you're always going to be blocked at this stage. However, I do think that the mortars should be helping significantly at that point. Let's start working on these other guys here. Their artillery has shattered, that's great. You guys need to fire on those Marines, they are the next to go. I actually feel like these sailors are probably already relatively weak. And now I can move up this division. Basically, I need to just keep passing on further to that side. And eventually I'll be able to capture this. Wow, they really did a number on that division. Okay, let's have you continue moving. Since we still don't actually have this. Hold, because this contested is pretty much fine here, so I don't really need to move up all that much further from that. Because we have so much time, I'm practically just with this I'm just taking it slow until the point that they don't want to attack anymore. The Fusiliers in the back here, they don't seem to be that much of a problem. But I'm definitely just trying to take it easy. Okay, let's get these mortars to move up. Because they need to start shelling the center of the town soon enough anyway. I'm also not quite clear what these guys are gonna do. If they want to attack Hocknesson, that is totally fine. I'm not quite sure because I have the Grenadiers in the back and these guys there too, so it's just pretty much almost suicide for those Dragoons out there. Okay, at least the mortars are in good supply. Dragoons shattered, no surprise there. And their sailors are doing pretty bad. Yeah. This division, I need them to go and attack the sailors while I'm starting to pound these fusiliers here. I don't know what they are doing. They're rather weird at this. As long as I can keep attacking them. Oh, it seems like my units are not really fighting back. You move so you'll at least attack in there. Okay, it seems actually... I really hope I don't have to contest them for that long after this. Can you, like, why aren't you not in a holding position? Alright, there we go. With them going out there, I actually need to do artillery shelling again because they're frustrating my plans. Funny how this practically did no damage whatsoever. There we go. I really need this, by the way, too, because these Fusiliers don't seem to be doing any damage at all, really. Jeez. Unbelievable. My men seem to be as pathetic as ever. Let's go. Let's send you in. Finally, they are moving back, but only a little bit. I also don't see how these guys can shoot that far. That's pretty crazy. I guess they really have it like on the... The AI is in frustrating mode, where they just continuously keep getting out of reach just slightly. Talk about frustrating. It's like just in reach, attack, and then run away. That seems to be their current mode. Like they're doing here. And I have to wait for another 15. Oh. That's funny. The one thing that's at least reasonable is that this forces them to get into range. Actually, I want you to attack there. They'll be sandwiched. Or not, but... We'll have this division go after the sailors together with the Fusiliers at this point pretty much all the time. And since I do have that mortar fire going on to them, they can't really contest it. I don't think they're going to be that eager to attack with the mortar fire, because whenever they'll get close, they'll get routed now. I don't know why you're not attacking, but they probably got out of range for a little bit. Alright, now that that's done, you guys have a chance to re-hit those Fusiliers. It's going well. You're shelling the town. The thing that I find the weirdest is I have no clue what they're supposedly firing upon. Guys. I just get a bit closer, because if they don't fire, then I don't know what the deal is. Let's use the mortars on them then. If they are back, they are again attacking a unit which is technically smaller than them, so I need to get rid of it. Alright, the Americans fight bravely. This is much true. Our sailors have come to clean up the remains of their defensive line. This way our main force can focus on our primary objective. Regroup and resupply, then clear the streets and capture the town. Which is something that I'm obviously going to do with the reinforcements. And oh, these are also just my troops. Seems like they got a bunch of reinforcements and are now poised to defend all of that. There's another supply area here. The yeah, I don't have any other artillery, etc. Actually, fairly. Okay, I didn't expect my forces to do that. Let's have them move up. If only I had more artillery, actually kind of would have liked that now. Let's soften them up. And I'll take that that fort, or that supply point. It does seem like they're gathering in the city center, so I might actually be able to kill quite a few guys by just hitting them right in this square area here. This is something. I mean, technically I could just, you know, keep shooting the militia in the center for a very long time, but I don't think that would be entirely fair in the grand scheme of things. So I should just try to keep pushing them while I'm attacking. While hitting them with militia and stuff. Maybe I can get some of these guys to attack the dragoons instead of anything else. Rear flank by what? How is your rear flank? It's again this weird bug where stuff is just very strange. They should not have their rear flank. That makes no sense whatsoever. Let's move you up. And let's start working you here. Your rear is not flanked, let me tell you. Neither is yours. What's... This is... It really doesn't make any sense. I'll gladly attack them, but your rear is not fine. Let's have the militia again shell the city center, where most of the enemy seems to be concentrated, while I continue to try and move. I do think you guys should be going to the rear, because they have too many men attacking at that point. That's just no good. To have them there, it is actually fine already. I wonder if it hits all of them. It seems to kinda do. Which is rather useful. So, if anything, I really should have taken more artillery for this mission. But let's see if they can attack this militia here. And it should already be pretty reasonable at that. The funny thing is that I'm actually pretty close to that city center now. So one thing that I can do is I can try to get the dragoons in there quickly to contest it. And I will see what will happen. It seems like my game has a bit of problem here though. Let's move you further to go after that militia. They'll probably get into a huge volley. They didn't even get it this way. Okay. Well, that's fine. We did get them to react. pretty interesting. And in a sense, there was also so you guys have no more ammo, so you should move back and grab some. Okay, I cannot go through. You guys should be firing there, though. Let's move back because they'll be overrun this way. And that would be bad. So what I'll do is I'll have them move like this. Should I go around? Of course, I do want them to attack Cognizant, although because they still have these two, I can't really do a whole lot with it. You guys are also out of ammo, but you guys sure aren't. Alright. The fact that we actually still have so little ammo is kind of a problem. Let's fall back a bit. Let's have you deal with it while you guys go and collect ammo. Better run on the double quick, because otherwise things will take very long. You guys are stuck and you're not attacking. Well, you might just as well retreat, just like you. It seems like the enemy has the superior numbers, and it means that I do have to be exceptionally careful not to get overwhelmed in any individual area, which does seem to happen pretty quickly, like here. They already have double my numbers. Or even more. That means also... Let's move. Okay, so in this case, they're not overwhelming me yet, but they are like to do so soon. Let's not get there too quickly. Again, they have the overwhelming number, and I don't really feel like it's a good idea. To go absolutely crazy. Let's keep it up with the mortar fire, and this way. Also, they didn't really feel like doing a holding position. Okay, you guys are back in supply, so you should start attacking again. And I can now... Let's also get those cannons. It's rather silly that I didn't do that before. One interesting thing is that they're back into attacking me. I really like how they did absolutely nothing as well. Let's turn him, boys. Alright, so we got them, at least for now, scattered all across the board. And that means I want to, again, focus on that. Okay, good. It's a bit tricky because they are quite aggressive if they have overwhelming numbers, and that means that I can't just go out and secure everything. They, I don't want to say they need to be taught a lesson, but the nature of combat in this game. You guys really have some serious issues for now because you fire at that. Yeah, they can. Okay, sweet. They might just be shooting at a building, which is way more likely. I actually want them to move. Let's see what happens if they do move. No, they seem to be desiring only to attack in that particular area. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they're shooting the building. Let's go over here though. See what happens if we do that. This militia seems to be still in no way doing anything. And what that means is I can still not actually get into the city center. We'll get there, but it'll take a while. Let's start setting in a little bit of a bigger force down onto that militia. I do think it will... Well, I don't want to say it will scatter quickly, but we should be having a decent time against it. Given that they're also under artillery or mortar fire, I should say. Being attacked from both here and here, I'm not too sure whether that will give me a flanking position ultimately with the way this game works, but I do know you guys should now be attacking there, and I want you to go here as well, over to this side, and we'll see how that goes. At least for the grenadiers, I already want them to okay, we secured it. Good. Let's hold now. And then we'll only have 14 left for the moment. Let's send you up to guard their flank, because I actually think they'll be outflanked there, this way. Oh. You move up too. I'm actually quite confident I cannot hold it for the moment, but because of the overwhelming enemy force still. The enemy still has numbers which are too big for me to handle. get that using the mortar team. Jeez, how many men do they have actually? It's a lot. They really do have a lot, and that is a bit of a problem. Why are you going so far? That's completely unnecessary. Basically, I want to be in a position where they don't get attacked, but the grenadiers might. The grenadiers being attacked is fine. Those guys are dead. Good. I wonder indeed ultimately how big their numbers are. Contesting the town at this point. They don't seem to be putting up that big of a fight, at least for now. And if I... Where is your rear flanked? If I can get that mortar fire coming in there, that will hopefully shatter their morale real quick. Okay, good. It allows me to act like I'm threatening the city from this position, which I'm kind of not, but because I just want to contest it, defend like that. And thing I do want to do is actually go after this militia though. Let's see if I can get the mortar team set up here. And if I put these guys around on this side, they might think that I'm going to attack from there. Obviously, I can't really do a whole lot from this position. At least I still have the artillery. Maybe they won't be shooting at a building from this angle. That would be great, but we'll see. Can they shoot over it? Ready? No, they can't. Okay, let's focus on that. So I'm actually quite curious to see whether... Mortars really are the hero of this operation. For sure. Alright, let's take a look. So already indeed we took losses. Quite a few here. Same for them though, but still. Pretty rough as usual. I might actually try to get more units back into the fight. Just generally. I did get a lot of cash though and some reputation, so that's nice. We also got 2 more career points. So one of them I can spend into getting more money. But then the second one, what I can do here is I can spend it on, let's see, getting some of the men back. Getting them replenished. Probably a very good idea as well. Let's see what we can do here, because this would... Yeah, it still always costs me that third. So let's just get back to 750 for you. You're at 500. But I think they already were very likely at 500 and not 750. Actually, I don't know. 50,000, huh? Let's recruit you. Maximum is only like this. So San Giovanni. Norwich. Let's get them back to nearly the max. There we go, that's the Aquila. Pearl. And yeah, I'm gonna actually lose most of my money here. Okay, up to 200 it is. You do like marksman training. Immediately losing it on any amount of units almost. You did very, very well. Yeah. Let's see. +5 efficiency and ammo. Stamina efficiency is not super useful. Or morale and efficiency. I guess I'll actually just go for the ammo. I'll not get reserves. And I'll just see with how many I can upgrade them. Okay. Let's go to 110. Alright, the problem then is that I cannot actually also upgrade these guys. All that much. Yeah, 125 for now. Alright. Sure. I'll be going down a lot of money. So I'll really need to get quite a bit from the next operations and stuff. For guilty by default, I don't know why it says available 3. But let's see if I can get some good success rates by just putting some weaker or some cheaper ships, and it seems like I do. So let's start with that. We've had 5 appeals from loyal traders in the last week. All of them concern a sloop that's been robbing merchant ships in the area. This sloop appears to be commanded by a mutinous Royal Navy officer who thinks he can get rich under the nose of an oblivious admiral. I may be old, but I'm not as blind as they seem to think, and I won't have my name marked in the House of Commons. Solve this issue. Okay. Now we have Grey ships. Our patrols and local royalists have reported signs of activity in the area. Further investigation revealed that a group of rebels is maintaining a net of observers around several large warehouses. The warehouses appear to be empty, but many boats and wagons are present. Based on this, we can conclude that the rebels are waiting for a large shipment of weapons and supplies. I think you understand the importance of preventing this delivery from reaching its destination, especially when we're sitting ducks until the mess in Savannah is resolved. Let's take ships until we're at 100, I suppose. Here, yeah. If I have to take the Velasco, why would I also take you? Yeah. Kind of have to here. Alright. I got an award. The Knight's Cross is awarded to military commanders who successfully completed their mission against superior enemy numbers and difficult odds while serving His Majesty's Armed Forces during times of war. And the capture of Savannah. The town was quickly retaken with minimal losses. Nicely done, Captain. Well. Anyway, let's go to the next stage. As you should already be aware, we've received fantastic news. Your Marines seized a smuggler's vessel and one very fishy Frenchman. Another large cargo transfer under heavy escort is suspected in a matter of days. We have two opportunities here. First, we have the coordinates of the meeting point, but it will be a tough fight. Second, send a reconnaissance force of infantry to locate where the rebels are going to store the expected cargo. Then we'll intercept the French merchant in the last mile of the straits when she'll be out when she will be without the protection of heavy ships. Both options are risky, but we must do something. No reason to bang our heads against a stone wall. We should fight where they least expect us. Or, I'm a Royal Navy officer, we fight at sea. And let's just go for the we fight at sea. It seems to be the more challenging one and thus the more interesting, I think. Because another large cargo transfer. We have the coordinates of the meeting point, but it will be a tough fight. I will fight at sea, I think. Okay. So we have guilty by default. Excellent work, Captain. Excellent work. Now I can rest for a few more days without thinking about that story about the writer's home surrounded by a mob. And gray ships. Excellent, Captain. Your troops brought us not only victory, but a live source of vital information. Keep yourself prepared for further orders. That's what we got there. Let's repair at least the ships that we need to repair. All of them. And let's take Le Petit Pâtre as a 4th rate reserve class. And I'll deal with taking care of all of that in the next one, but I wonder actually if we also have okay, so take Major Fisher, huh? Then we'll have another 3 of these. The problem, of course, is that we stuff costs a lot of money. And we get a decent amount in intelligence, but yeah, for now I want to thank everybody for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, see you then, bye-bye. But not before I give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters, Boom Rao, Dungeon Pastor, Thomas Love Trillin, Thomas B. Marshall, C Data, and Swords. Take care everyone, and bye-bye.